All right, let's dive into something that could totally change the game for education in India. We're talking about a revolutionary new system called the National Credit Framework, and it might just change everything.
Seriously, just stop and think about that for a moment. What if everything you learned, whether it was in a classroom, out on the sports field, or even during a summer internship, actually counted towards your final degree? That's the huge idea we're going to unpack today.
And look, we're not talking about some minor update here. This is a complete reimagining of what education even is in India. It's all part of a massive national vision that's trying to break down some very old barriers.
For as long as anyone can remember, education in India has been all about these strict, separate boxes, right? Science, commerce, arts. You pick a lane and you stay in it. But the new vision? Man, it just tears down all those walls. It's creating flexible paths where your academic subjects and real, hands-on vocational skills are finally brought together.
And the goals here are frankly huge. The whole point of the National Education Policy, or NEP 2020, is to blow up those artificial divides we've had for so long. It is all about giving you, the student, way more choice and creating a system where every kind of learning is actually valued.
Okay, so a big vision is great, but how do you actually do it? How do you make it real? Well, that's where this thing called the National Credit Framework, or NCRF, steps in. You can think of it as the engine that's going to power this whole transformation. So what is the NCRF? At its heart, it's a single, unified system. The best way to picture it is like a brand new operating system for all of Indian learning. It creates one common language, the language of credits, that applies to everything, from your high school classes to university courses to job training. And you gotta understand, this isn't some small-scale pilot program. This was built by all the heavy hitters. The UGC, AICT, CBSE, you name it. This kind of collaboration is what ensures it's gonna work the same way for everyone, all across the country. You'll hear it called an umbrella framework, and that's for a really good reason. Just picture a giant umbrella that covers everything, your academic classes, your vocational training, and all that amazing hands-on experience you get. It all fits right under this one big umbrella. All right, so that's the big idea, but how does it work on the ground? How do you actually earn and save these credits? Let's break it down. It's actually way simpler than you might think. Okay, so everything starts from this one number, 1,200. That's the total number of notional learning hours in a standard academic year. And that's not just sitting in the class. It's the total time you're expected to be learning. And if you put in those 1,200 hours of learning, you get 40 credits. Simple as that. A full year's work equals 40 credits. And here it is, the magic number, the core formula for this whole thing. Every 30 hours of learning gets you 1 credit. That's it. 30 hours equals 1 credit. This little ratio is what makes everything else possible, because now any kind of learning can be measured. And this is where things get really cool, because the definition of learning just exploded. Of course, you've still got your regular classroom time and lab work, but now, internships, playing sports, practicing music, doing social work, even competing in Olympiads or hackathons, all of it can now count. It can all be assessed and turned into credits. Okay, so you're earning all of these credits from all these different places. Where do they go? They go into your academic bank of credits, or ABC. And honestly, the best way to think of it is like a digital wallet or a bank account, but for your learning. Every single credit you earn, no matter where you earn it, gets stored here safely for your entire life. But this isn't just about bookkeeping, right? It's not just a new way to count hours. This whole system is designed to create a totally new kind of graduate, someone who is really, truly ready for the modern world. The system is really pushing to get past just memorizing facts. The goal, as you can see here, is to build real problem solvers, people with that entrepreneurial spark, who can take what they know and apply it to actual challenges. And of course, a huge piece of this is about getting a job. By making hands-on learning a core part of the system, it's making sure students actually know how to use the latest tech and are ready for a real career the moment they graduate. And maybe this is the most important part of all. The real end game is to create people who never stop learning. The whole system is built to show you that education doesn't end with a degree. It's a lifelong journey, and this gives you the tools to keep growing. Okay, let's pull all this together. What does this actually mean for you, for your education, your career? Well, it means you're now in the driver's seat. So think of your journey like this. Step 1, you learn your way. mixing and matching what you're passionate about. Step 2, you get real, formal credit for it all. Step 3, you bank that progress in your own secure account. And step 4, you design your own career, jumping in and out of formal education whenever it makes sense for you. So look, the rulebook has been totally rewritten. This framework completely changes how we think about learning and what it means to be qualified. It gives you this incredible freedom and recognizes the value in every single thing you learn how to do. So the big question is, now that you have it, how are you going to build your future?